Hey people, Injured here, 3v3, Typhon Maya, blue team. Nanta 5000 is a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers, very strong defense and support can also add to this retinue. Derek and Nigel here, we'll see how they do. Alongside Uncle Taxfraud is a Mekboy teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of Orky gadgets, and rounded off the team, Archangel's Techmarine also fights in ranged combat by default, can get melee weapons though, and has some structures that can support, can also repair, as can the Mekboy. Red team, Lindonin is a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Alongside, Hate is a weapon as a Plague Champion, starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. And rounding off the teams, DncDragon as a Daemonhunter, a melee spellcaster with strong support and control, throws out the Warp Rift over there, slowing down this stuff. I thought they'd be more aggressive with the Strat Squad early on. Strat Squad are pretty good against Space Marines early on in a team game. Very unlikely to have that second Scout Squad. Warlock needs to run. There we go. We might see an Immolator from that guy. Especially if we start seeing turrets. We've got all the heroes that can make turrets. Lord General, Techmarine, Mekboy and Plague Champion. War Banner was not finished. Sluggers, oh, Sluggers already have their burners. Big problem for those CSM. And Plague Champions being tied up in melee. CSM need to flee. Double CSM for Hate. We got a Sentinel for Nanta. Tomes of Titan up for the Strat Squad here. And they are wrecking the Tactical Marines in melee with the double Stormtrooper support. Gets rid of them. They are down to one model though. And they're straight on the power here. Not sure if these shooter boys will try and help, maybe. Looks like they are. They are trying to help, trying to keep DncDragon off the power. That's good awareness then from Uncle Taxfraud. Looks like they lost their sluggers in retreat, I guess. Can we see their bodies? Not sure how. Did they retreat this way? Oh, the sluggers are gone. We'll see if Uncle replaces them. Some guardsmen took the mid. Howling Banshees on the field now for Lindonin. Destructor goes in, kills one of those guardsmen. Lindonin is a very experienced player, one of the old guard. Been around for many, many, many years. A decade at this point, pretty much. Over a decade. Hate is a weapon with Howling Banshees. With the Raptors on the way. DncDragon gets some purgation, kicking off in the mid. Big fight. There's some Nurgle worship to support the double CSM, but in comes the Sentinel to break all of their cover. Warlock gets in there. Eldar arrive at exactly the right time. Banshees need to get in. There's the war shout. He gets suppressed by aiming. What's that though? And now the Banshees are being targeted hard. Banshees usually get targeted a lot because they're massively dangerous and relatively fragile. You can get through their models if you target them. Warlock meets some more sluggers with burners, so they did get replaced. And they're in on those CSM now. It might be worth the Plague Champion getting the fetid armor, because those sluggers are a big threat to the CSM. Not sure where the heretics are. The heretics are coming out of base. So who's going to take the mid? Looks like the Warlock is on it. Guardians there with battle equipment. Plague Champion needs to flee. Going to get outshot by the Mekboy. Down goes the Plague Champion. Mekboy getting the Daka big shooter. See, the Mekboy and the Techmarine and some other heroes are able to get basically a better version of their default weapon. So if, for example, the Mekboy gets the anti-vehicle beamy death gun, they can still go back to some Daka by purchasing this. Something that a Plague Champion cannot do. There is not a better version or a different version of his bolt gun he can get. I guess you could argue that heroes like the Force Commander can do that as well. Just by purchasing their power sword, it's basically a better version of their default weapon. Also the War Boss, his enhanced custom shooter, is technically a better version of his default loadout. Just gives him a better ranged weapon on top of it. Raptors having to jump out. CSM in a really bad spot. and they flee. So what I'm trying to say is, can the Plague Champion have another damage over time bolt gun, please, or something? A while ago I tried to get, and this was a very long time ago, when Keltos was still balance lead, I was trying to get the Plague Champion to have a missile launcher in tier 3. Almost got him to do it. Almost. Sentinel gets a good stomp in the back lines. Shuriken got caught out in a bad spot, I guess, and runs away. Is that the Immolator? It is the Immolator up for the Warlock. These days, of course, Atlas is the lead designer for Elite Mod. Big shout out to Atlas. It's a thankless task that everyone complains about and nobody and very few people help you with. But they took it on after Adilla moved on. Many years of great service from Adilla. So now Atlas is in there, and Atlas has been a modder for many years as well, so been a huge service to Elite Mod Atlas. Warlock leaves. All of the CSM leave. Yeah, they're getting caught out a lot by these sluggers, these guys. And Hate lost their heretics along the way while I was rambling about things. We got shotgun scouts for Archangel. What's Archangel been up to? They got Devastators, and now they have an assault squad. Assault squad can bully these stormtroopers. They might want to get their grenades. I think they're called impact grenades by the developers and stuff, which is a cool name for them. I usually call them no fuse grenades, but yeah, they explode on impact. That was psychic burst on those assault marines. That's really bad for the assault marines. Slows them down and takes their energy away, so they can't jump out, and now they're getting kind of messed up. Do you have Hunter's Blade? Daemonhunter? No Hunter's Blade. Assault squad needs to get out of here. I wonder if they were trying to wait for them to get energy back, but there's no way they would get that much energy back so quickly. The assault squad wipe, and that was a sloppy loss from Archangel, has to be said. Purgation doing their purgation things. Shooter boys run away. Power bashing. Red team's natural in the southeast here. Oh, scouts wipe. Those were Archangel scouts. Archangel had a really bad fight. They got very excited that they made it to the power, and they lose some units. And as we saw, those scouts had shotguns too. 458 to 420 on the VPs. Tier 2 for all of the red team. Oh, for everyone. Just Lindonin and Archangel haven't quite got there yet. Don't see any tier 2 units though. Uncle Taxfraud did get double sluggers up in tier 1, which is fun. And a knob leader on these guys with that 60 DPS power melee weapon. So it's got a bigger knife than the other fellas, I think. And he smacks you real hard with it. Anything else for the Mekboy? Yes, I was going to say battery pack would be pretty good here with double sluggers. I wonder if they'll go for a pain boy as well. Don't see enough of that pain boy, I think. It's a really cool sub-commander. It's kind of hard to fit him into your army a lot of the time with Orks. Just use Calder boys to reinforce those sluggers. Big fight here brewing again. Raptors jumping into the back lines. Right in front of Devastators though. The Devastators, are they targeting them? Yes they are, I think. Having to reload their weapon. Devastators sent packing. Did they use Avataste there? They must have. We have a Terminator Librarian for DncDragon. This guy's really cool. Got the Smite and the Sanctuary by default. I think that's what the problem, I say problem. It's not like the Autark is a bad unit, but the Autark, as a sub-commander, they don't have that kind of engagement changing ability that a lot of the other sub-commanders have. If you look at the Weird Boy, they've got the Warp Vomits, you've got Smite on the Librarian, it's a big burst of damage. The Pain Boy's got the heal, of course. But the Autark, I mean, she can like jump around, she can support stuff, she's really quick, she does good damage, but she doesn't have that big engagement changing ability. The Psyker, the Primaris Psyker has the well, I guess they don't start with Ethereal Wave anymore. But just the Psyker's basic attack is pretty engagement changing, I think. And they do have telekinetic dome. But you could say that the Primaris Psyker is a bit like the Autarch in terms of a little bit more subtle in how they affect the engagement. Until they get that wave, of course. The other sub-commanders come out swinging. 416 to 408. Lord General gets away, but Derek and Nigel are down. Need to find another fellow called Derek and another fellow called Nigel. But they will. Techmarine with a plasma gun here. What is this? Signum armor on the way. Signum armor's so good. We've got some Marco Zinc CSM for hates. Double Marco Zinc CSM for hates. Anything for the Plague Champion. No war gear for this fella yet. Gonna get a revive here, which should level the Techmarine. Oh, they didn't get it. Warlock knocked him off. Dreadnought was not happy about this. Raptors, oh, they've got their aspiring champion. They're going to wipe these Devastators. Archangel's not paying attention. Down they go. Techmarine also went down. Blue team reeling a little bit. And they need to be very careful with this Dreadnought. They need to back it out, I think. There's not a huge amount here to threaten it, but there is a lot of stuff. And that Blastmaster is actually doing huge amounts of damage. Kicking off in the mid. Really good stomp from the Sentinel. Heavy turret up there as well. Sentinel goes down. Heavy turret called in by the Lord General. That turret has vehicle armor, unlike other turrets. Down goes the Dreadnought. Big losses for Archangel. What do they have now? They just have Tactical Marines now. 362 to 408. I'm not sure if they can recover. I think they've got to stay... Hang on, how much red do they have? Well, they have 449. Is it worth trying to go tier 3 and just hoping your allies can pick up your slack? Terminator Librarian just killed an Orc. Oh, that's one of the sluggers getting wiped. Yeah, blue team are reeling big time. And it's a difficult map to take a breather in. You could maybe go south and push that line, but it's really hard to get around to the natural VP, I think, without pushing through the mid a bit. Blastmaster gets another good shot on some Tactical Marines with the Sergeant. What is Archangel going to do? Tech Marine still down here. Mekboy is up though, so they could get a revive maybe. There's Immolate on the turret, but as I said, this is vehicle armor, so the Immolate isn't going to do much to it. Other turrets, it would like one-shot them. Oh hey, looted tank. Uncle Taxfraud comes out swinging in tier 3. They're going to wipe the Strat Squad, I think. Yes, they are. Right lance to shoot the turret down. It's an anti-vehicle weapon. Red team stealing the northern power, which the blue team had for a while, I think. Maybe like the whole game, actually. Terminator Librarian runs away. He's done well so far. Raptors have done well. Taken a bunch of damage, but they've survived it. Right lance sends the looted tank back. Where's the Mekboy? Has a super tough beam, suggesting they want to get Knob Squad, maybe? Or it might just be to help out the sluggers, I suppose. There's a War banner going up. Plasma Guardsman. Get the Warlock to leave. Need to node this. Someone needs to node this, or they're going to lose it immediately. They did not node it, and Lindonin has plenty of requisition. Tried to lure the tank to my turret, says Hate. Oh, Hate put a turret up. Back there, las cannon turret, look at that. It's kind of far back, there's a big fight brewing here. Banshee's doing some great work in the northern edge. Blastmaster. Can't knock over the sluggers because they got super tough beam. And they're going straight for the turret, I think. And there's the Have a Taste heal. Hey, Autarch. Speaking of Autarch, there she is. Already at half hit points. Plasma Cannon devs might go down to Banshees. Yep. Got wiped. Do you have... No, they have Cloak of Shadows. I thought maybe they had Baltru's wing up. But no, Banshees just are that dangerous by default. Aspect of fleetness here. Mark target on the Autarch so she runs away, jumping over things. Plague Champion now with a Plague Fist and Armor of Pestilence. Get Icon of Nurgle, I say. Icon of Nurgle will do some good work here. Icon of Nurgle is awesome. He got a damage buff a few patches ago, I believe. A small damage buff. And it's great. Baneblade up for Nanta. You have a Manticore as well. Well, blue team are recovering really well. Well, aside from Archangel. Archangel still has just Tactical Marine. They do have a kitted out Techmarine though. With some good gear. Level 3, that plasma gun's nasty. Can overcharge it up to 70 DPS plasma. Which is outrageous numbers. There's the Tempest from the Daemonhunter. Upgrades the Rift Tear. 275 to 394. Banshees alongside that Autark now. Autark providing the damage resistance aura, and I think that's the way you need to use the Autark here. Can't send her off alone into armies. Need her surrounded by stuff, the Autark. So you can tie things up, buff things, heal it a little bit. I think maybe they could buff the heal she gives when she jumps, because it's a very, very small heal. Very, very small. Maybe put a little bit of health regen on it, maybe. There it is. Just used it on those Guardians. Not sure how much of a heal it is, but it seems very, very small. Got some Terminators up for Archangel. That's what they went for. Nob squad on the field for Uncle Taxfraud. More Purgation on the way for DncDragon, and Avatar on the way for Lindonin. 273 to 394. The game is heating up. Infiltrates the Bright Lance. Now it can open up. There we go. Mekboy repairing the Baneblade, which is a lot of heresy going on. Oh, Grey Knight Terminators. They got power melee halberds. Splash damage. Plague Champion just goes in there. Oh, throws out the Imperial Abyss. Look at that. The green Nurgly one. What an awesome job Wise Windu did a few years ago when they changed the Chaos Nukes to be coloured for the heroes. Awesome stuff. A big orbital in the back lines. Not sure if it wiped anything. There's a Sanctuary. That's a great tool to have against those knobs. Autark needs to be very careful around those guys. 2 or 3 hits from each of them and she'll die. And they have hammers, don't they? Yeah, they have their huge hammers. But now Lindonin's going to have Autark and Avatar auras going. So it might be worth sacrificing a unit to get Seer Council up. Sacrificing one of those Guardians maybe to free up some pot. Because the Seer Council buff by the Autark and the Avatar is nuts. Especially since the Seer Council have their own aura. 227 to 394. And of course they have Cloak of Shadows as well. Oh, Faltru's Wings in. Autark, run! She's okay. She's okay. Blue team have the mid. They came back really well. Got to hand it to him. Didn't panic. Didn't give up. Just kept on trucking. Terminators with an assault cannon here. Huge single target anti-infantry damage. Plague Champion doesn't like it. Runs away. The next purchases for Hate and DncDragon are going to be huge. Avatar just running in, soaking up some damage. The Baneblade has taken a bunch of damage. Down goes the looted tank. Gets it done quickly there, Lindonin. Here comes the Nob Squad, though, popping their frenzy. And they will fight anything, these guys. Very few things in the game that the Nob Squad will fear. Just running on in there. Banshees counter-initiate. Got some Melter Gun Raptors now. They could go after the Baneblade, maybe. Zoom out a little bit. There's so much stuff going on. Eldar army pushing in. Autark needs to be careful. She's kind of low. Runs away. Okay. Banshees run away as well. There's the Raptor jump with the Melter Bomb. And Melter Guns doing work now. Sniper rifle on the Lord General, by the way. Look at those raptors. Look at the damage they're able to get on there. Yeah, Lord General goes in to tie them up. Should have done that a little bit earlier maybe, but I'm sure they were microing something else. Avatars taking huge amounts of damage, which means they've soaked up huge amounts of damage for other things. Chasing off these Terminators. And yeah, if it was in doubt, Terminators do not want to fight this thing in melee. They do decent DPS because of their power fist, but they'll lose models, which gets very expensive and inefficient. Awesome grenade by Lindonin. Seer Council on the way. They've lost enough models to be able to get the Seer Council in. So maybe they won't be able to fully reinforce the Shuriken and the Guardians and stuff. Nob Squad fighting Grey Knight Terminators, which is probably quite a close fight, 1v1. They have splash damage power weapons, the Grey Knight Terminators, but they don't have the DPS of Lightning Claws. I don't know what their DPS is actually. I'm not sure if they win that fight against Nobs. Probably depends on what level the Nob Squad is. These guys are still level 1. And very rarely, of course, do you actually see a 1v1 fight in Dawn of War 2. Terminators have dropped to model. I wonder if it's possible we'll see a beacon from Archangel. Oh, we're going to see a Land Raider, never mind. Who needs a beacon when you have a Land Raider Redeemer? Don't remember the last time I saw a beacon. It used to be the case that Techmarine beacons were the bane of 3v3s. And people would hate facing them. Like every time you saw a Techmarine in a 3v3, you were guaranteed to see a beacon and or a turret, basically. But now, you barely ever see them. They were adjusted a bunch because of that, of course. Land Raider Phobos on the way. Land Raider Crusader on the way. Flash gets up for Uncle Taxfraud. Keeping their snaz guns for now. For Daka, down goes the Plague Champion. Not sure what they're trying to do. Kicking off, you guys. Eldar pushing in. Eldar taking point with that Avatar. And the Seer Council with a Falchi's Wing on them. Boosting their speed and their damage. They took a big friendly fire hit though from the Blastmaster, I think. Avatar still going. Going after the Baneblade. I think you should send the Avatar after heroes. Because he does like 200 damage per swing or something. It's great for going after heroes. Eldritch. And heroes do a lot in big team fights, potentially. I think that's what you should target with your Avatar a lot of the time. Depends what's targeting the Avatar, though. I mean, if you have a Nob Squad running at him, probably best to engage them. Orbital going in. All of the Land Raiders have shown up. Phobos has las cannons on the side. The Crusader with Hurricane Bolters on the side. The Redeemer allows you to retreat back to it on the left of your screen there. Huge, huge fight. Massive meat grinder on Typhon Maya. Down goes the Warlock. Manticore. Did it take something out up there? Was there something on that ridge? I'm not sure. Where is the Avatar? Did he get away? Yeah, it must have got away. Lehman Russ for Nanta. Hey, Venerable Dreadnought's in there from Archangel. Now, blue team with this Land Raider Redeemer in the mid and the Nob Squad that could benefit from it. That could be a big deal. Really big deal. Grey Knight Terminator taking huge amounts of damage. Seer Council getting in there now. Nob Squad. Oh, Nob Squad are trying to cap. Yeah, Seer Council got wrecked. Venerable Dreadnought going after the Land Raider Crusader. Unique walker vehicle for the Techmarine and does have dark age of technology. Needs to be very careful though. Needs to be very careful. Should have kept that guy back. Kept him back to counter-initiate Seer Council and stuff. I don't think they should have sent him off marching forward like this. There's Stoicism, and down he goes. Blastmaster gets another good shot. Had some good shots, had some bad shots. Had some friendly fire shots. Avatar coming back now. There's a Tempest. Starts with a slow. And then, I always forget what it does. Slows you, then it does something, and then it does damage. Can't remember if it's silence or it drains your energy or something. Doesn't do much to vehicles, as you can see. It's a non-stop fight here. Non-stop fight. Wailing Doom. Good hit on an op squad. Phobos comes forward, needs to pop that Dirge Caster if it hasn't already. Not sure if it's used it yet. Insane amount of stuff going on. Insane. What is that purple buff? Is that the Avatar's aura? Did they put a purple buff on it now? A purple ring? Not sure what that is. No, I think that's an Ordo Malleus thing going on. That might be the Librarian's Might of Titan thing. I'm not sure. There's Kodaka Maeternum. Avatar with the Wailing Doom. Phobos survived. Crusader survives. Land Raider Redeemer survives. Baneblade survives. All the big tier 3 super heavy vehicles are still around. Avatar still around too, of course. Marching back to base now. Hate is a weapon with a Chaos Predator on the way. I would have got some Havocs up probably. Just get a Las Cannon Havocs. Or Auto Cannon Havocs. Auto Cannon Havocs are insane. Get 2 of them. But a tank is in. We'll see how it does. Archangel with a Whirlwind, which can be amazing here. Tank Buster Barrage, look at that damage. Melter Bomb going in on the Baneblade. Raptors are going after it. They are going after it. Oh, and a Conversion Beam are getting a shot. I think they've got it here. I think they've got it here. Maybe. Maybe. Raptors were suppressed, but they got it. Raptors get it done. Well done, Hate. Baneblade down indeed. Kicking off on the VP now. Mark target on the Seer Council. Mekboy runs back to the Land Raider. Might need to get inside of it. Oh, he's alright. No cap on the VP here. Massive VP lead for the red team, but can they see it through? There's Imperial Abyss, very strangely placed on basically nothing. Big waste of a nuke then from Hater's weapon, I think. Where is the Chaos Predator? Oh, it's back there. Has the Mark of Zinch. Manticore was pretty good. I have a bit of a breather. I can get some water maybe. There we go. Water is in. Commando's up for Uncle Taxfraud. We need to get the Manticore, says Lindonin. Where is the Manticore? Oh, it's over there. Yeah, it's going to be tough to get to it. Need to go around the north side, I think.
Greenskins do love their guns.
You could maybe just march the Avatar through onto the Manticore and maybe march it back out safely, maybe. I'll go for cap with Terminator, says DncDragon. Let's push together. Here are those Terminators. They have their Psy Cannon. Psy Cannon is good, decent versus all targets, I believe. Oh, look at these sneaky commandos. They might actually get a cap here. Manticore goes in. They did get a cap. Awesome stuff, fellas. We have the Tome of Tranquility for the Daemonhunter. Needs to get the Force Rod, surely. Retribution's so good. Oh, here we go. Lindonin's going after it with some infiltration. Cloak of Shadows. Forgot that they had Cloak of Shadows. They've also got Witchblade of Kernus. Massive fight here. Holy crap. Tempest goes in at a tank buster barrage just then. They're looking for the Manticore, I think. Wailing Doom. Turrets up in the mid. The Eldar is still stuck up there. Not sure what happened to them. Did they get Manticored? Eldar are getting through now. Mark target on the Avatar though. And those are melter guns from the Lord General. And down goes the Avatar. Tank buster barrage on the Crusader. And the Redeemer's barely been touched. Here comes some Raptors though. We've seen them do some good work. Banshees in the back line. They kill the Lord General. See, Counts are doing some good work. Ortok in there. Now has her spear. They're trying to get that turret down now, the Banshees. Taking Lumen Rust hits though. Last Master gets a decent hit. Almost killed that lone slugger boy in there. Another good hit. Is that a Venerable again? It is. This time, keep this guy back. You saw the damage that Eldar can do when they get in. This guy will be a good answer to that. Meanwhile, the Daemonhunter got through. They're trying to cap the blue team's natural. Absolutely insane fight there. Grey Knight Terminators with one remaining. Get away. They did some really good work pushing through those Terminators. And they get the cap. The Daemonhunter gets the cap. Triple now for red. Was that push enough? That push might have been enough. Can they get some more stuff to the mid? They have some stuff back there. They need to get back to the mid quickly before the blue team retake it. Triple cap. GG, says Uncle Taxfraud. They think it's perhaps over. Eldar coming back indeed. What a push. What a push from the red team there. Lindonin doing huge work coming through the north side. Infiltrated like this. Venerable Dreadnoughts there to make the Eldar think again gets pushing in. Look, they don't want to push in now. There's the 2-1. And the red team have it. GG indeed. What a game. Huge fights in the mid. Massive amount of fun. Did all the Land Raiders survive? Oh, the Crusader went down. Nanta with huge resources at the end. I guess they lost a bunch of stuff and just didn't have time to spend it. Lord General was level 6. Sadly, Derek and Nigel were both down at the end. Mekboy level 9 down at the end. Had a level 8 Techmarine. Level 8 Warlock with that Foul Choose Wing. Did some awesome stuff. Level 5 Plague Champion. Oh, they didn't get the Icon of Nurgle. And a level 9 Daemonhunter. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Awesome game. Big thanks to whoever sent this in. I have no idea who it was. But it was great. And I'll see you guys next time.